Yes, here it is, the new Relic Pulse Blade. I'll show everything in the new update, but first, let me showcase this new item. And just a quick heads up, you actually move faster whilst holding this. I'm hearing people nearby, so let me just use my double Loba tactical to get close here. Oh no, there's one there. That was a bit of a bad position. Oh well, it's fine. We've got double Loba tactical. And my emergency smoke just activated as I got shot there. No, watch this. I'll use the Pulse Blade. And location is revealed. Look at that. There it is for a really long time as well. Oh my god, the damage is insane. Now watch this. EMP blast. Need to teleport away. Oh my goodness. Woo! Okay, quick upgrade. Wolf's Claws, fast attack recovery, and speed boost. Yes, please. Alright, I'm going to show all of the new changes soon. Let me just finish this fight, and then I'll check them out, okay? That's the EMP blast. Well, I died. But you got to see it in action. Right, let me show you everything in this update. Hey everyone, I hope you're well. A brand new patch has gone live in Apex Legends, featuring some very crazy changes to the game. Loba buffs, Mirage buffs, weapon changes, new features. So we're going to jump through everything. So first things first, the Select Fire is back. And yes, it can indeed go on the Prowler. So if you want some Select Fire gaming like the good old days, you can now get it on the Prowler, which is nice. But also, as you probably saw earlier, it's on the Charge Rifle. Now the normal Charge Rifle, when you use it, you charge it up and it goes like this, right? You get one fire. It does 135 headshot damage. But now, with the Select Fire on the Charge Rifle, you can charge it up and you can fire multiple times. As long as you don't let go of the charge, you can keep firing indefinitely until the ammo has run out. It does do less damage, as you can see, but not by a massive amount. Let's see how much body shot damage it does. So a body shot is 56, whereas the single fire is 75. So you have the choice of high skill, more damage, or super fast fire rate and pretty decent damage. Like, this is actually going to be a pretty crazy weapon. Pretty crazy weapon. Now, that's not the only new attachment. Well, I guess this is a returning one, but there's more attachments coming to the game as well. However, for now, it's already pre-equipped to the guns. It's called the Accelerator. It's a new hop-up that for now will be available on the Nemesis, the Car, the G7 Scout. I think that's it. 4 different weapons. So let's get the G7 Scout as well. Over here. So what this does is it basically allows you to get your ultimate charged up when you do damage and also get extra evo. So let's just use my ultimate really quick. Let's see. As we shoot this bot. So right now it's on 1%. It's kind of hard to tell it's working. I mean, let's look at my evo. Alright, so we're going to do... Okay, so the Scout does 33 damage. So we've got 1,967 evo right now. 33 damage. It doesn't seem to be working against bots. So we're going to need to test that out in a match. We'll check that out later. It doesn't work in the firing range. Just wondering what was going on. Okay, let's move on to other things. Next up is the Mastiff. Now, the Mastiff has had a nerf. It's not going to be as effective long range now. And also, you can't really like swap the weapon as fast, so you're not going to be able to double pump. You're not going to be able to do like this. Like, it's slower. It's not as good. So on top of that, the Peacekeeper actually got a buff. The Peacekeeper will now choke up faster, and it will be more effective at longer range. So basically, it's going to be better at being the long range weapon. And the Mastiff is all about being up close. So they have sort of different identities now, which I think is nice. The RE45 also got a buff. By the way, really amazing legend changes soon. I'll get into that. But RE45 now does 13 damage per shot instead of 12. And now let's take a look at the legend buffs. Starting with... Let's do Loba first, shall we? So, first things first, you now get 2 tactical uses per charge. So, you know, like Fuse's Knuckle Cluster has 2 charges, Loba now gets 2 charges. And on top of that, when you land down in a match, your ultimate will be at 99% charged. And you may have just seen there that the ultimate now basically immediately becomes available. There's no delay, so it's a lot faster, which is nice. You can also still loot from loot vaults now. And take a look at this, okay? Let me get my ultimate back real quick. I know there's a charge tower there, but we can just change legend. So, take a look at what happens when we use the ultimate. So, in the past, you could always take ammo for free, right? Well, actually, that was a buff. But yeah, you could take ammo and it doesn't take one of the nearby items taken slots. But now look at this. You can take small meds and it doesn't take from the nearby items taken slots. So you can take all the small meds in the radius and all the ammo for free and then still pick 2 items, which is pretty big. Now, let's take a look at Loba's new perks. So, first things first, shopping spree has been brought to level 2, sorry. But when you choose this option, now all of your teammates can get an extra item from the shop. Let me just show you what that looks like. There'll now be an extra slot. Before, it was only for Loba, but now it is for the entire squad. So that's a nice buff. But that's not where it ends. It gets better. Wolf's Claw. Fast attack recovery and speed boost after you use the tactical. So you go like that, and when you land, you get a nice speed boost, which is pretty cool. I think the tactical also got some improvements. It gets to its location faster now as well. So overall, you're going to have a better time sort of getting... Wow, it's just so much more fluid movement ability. Now let's look at the next perks. Escape Artist, heal shields after teleporting, and brand new bag. Squad gets gold bag. So I don't need to click on this one on the right. If you click on that in the game, you and all of your teammates will immediately get a gold backpack. So let me just take a bit of damage here and see how this works. So if we take some damage from this frag grenade, we're going to take 100 shield damage. And now we're going to choose this perk, Escape Artist, and now I'm going to teleport and then take a look at my health. I'm now slowly charging 50 shields over time. Now, if I do get shot, well, the Stammy isn't going to shoot me, but if I did get shot, it would cancel that healing. But if I now teleport again, because I have 2 teleport uses, it's going to charge again. So you can basically effectively get a full amount of shield, almost, from your tactical charges, which is pretty nice. And here's another little thing. It doesn't end there. So you can see all of the loot through walls, right? But if you put your weapon away, you can now ADS and get information and ping it through walls. So pretty cool. Far away, you can be like, okay, there's all of these items here. It's only purple and gold, of course, but pretty useful for sure. So yeah, a lot of changes for Loba. And now let's take a look at Mirage, because it gets even crazier. Okay, so Mirage has a lot of changes. Now, when he uses a healing item, he will be cloaked. So let me just show you this real quick. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, taking some damage. Now, if I heal up, I will go invisible. Right? The stickers aren't invisible. That's so cool. Now, if I cancel it, you'll notice in the bottom there's a 5 seconds cooldown. So you can only go invisible every 5 seconds, no matter what action you're doing. If you take damage or cancel the animation, then you will become visible again. Quite like with reviving a player. But when you enter cloak after reviving a player now, it only takes 1 second instead of 1.5 seconds. And you get movement speed after you revive a teammate, which is pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the new perks. Okay, so Renaissance Man, this one's pretty self-explanatory. We don't need to show that in the game. You click this and you can get all support class perks. So you can get the survey beacon, assault bins, medic bins, and the recon beacon, all for Mirage to use for himself. So he can do everything. I don't think you get Evo, though, for doing it, but you can get access to those features. Boozlei. Enemies, bamboozled enemies are also highlighted. This is something we'd have to show in game, but basically, if a bamboozle gets shot, then they'll be highlighted. Pretty straightforward. Just a bit of extra recon for his abilities. It already had a little indicator anyway, but now the enemy will be fully highlighted. And then we have these two. These haven't changed. Me Too +1 attack charge or bamboozle bonus. So they're both the same. Next, we have Alter. Let's take a look at Alter. By the way, We're only just getting started here. So Alta now, her ultimate, get it, will always be a down forever now. It doesn't have a timer. That's been moved into her base kit, which means one of her perks has been removed. The first two are the same though, so no difference there. But when you go to these perks, you can have multi-dimensional, which is a new perk for Alta. Now, what this means is you can have one ultimate in the world and also have one on cooldown. So let's just get this ready. So if I do this and get my ultimate up, this one's still on the ground. I don't think you can have two placed at once, but it does mean you can sort of like place one, teleport to it, place another one, teleport to it in quick succession, which is quite nice. So let's check this out really quickly. So if I put this one down, that other one should disappear. Oh, no, they both stay. Wow, look at that. Okay, so I can use that one and then use that one. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Interesting. Apparently, Alta is going to get some more buffs soon as well. This is just a start. So, now there's some more stuff to talk about. Oh, one more thing for the Legends before we get into like the gameplay changes and game mode changes. There's a pretty cool new animation for Vantage. So, if you go here and shoot this, and then press B to charge with the Alt Accelerant, it has a new animation. It uses that, like it does that, so you can, it just makes it feel a bit more fluid, so you don't actually pull out the Auto Accelerant. I think that's pretty nice, and it's got a new UI in the bottom you can see as well, so that's pretty nice. Sad news for Pathfinder players though, if we go here, you'll see that no matter how far distance the grapple is, the cooldown, oh, doesn't seem to be live. It's supposed to be no matter how far distance the cooldown grapple is, it's always a 30-second cooldown. However, there is 24 seconds, so don't know what happened. Anyway, let's go check out some more of the features that have come to the game. One quick thing, the Rift Relic Trials Volume 2. Interestingly, I can see the Buster Sword in there, so I think that may be coming in the future. Very exciting. But there's new trial challenges, one of which will give you a free Astral Anomaly pack, which by default does actually cost quite a bit. It's one of these weird milestone events again, so you know, if you want a free pack and you don't want to spend any money on it, you can do that. It's a free pack, can't complain. So another thing is there are new relic weapons. I'll try and show you as many as I can find. The first being the Relic Eva 8, which has the old double tap hop up. So listen to this. Pretty awesome. This thing used to be a beast when it first released. And next we've got the Relic Rampage, which will be always in the revved up state. You don't even need a thermite. It's always fully, completely revved up, which is pretty busted. Next we have the Relic Sentinel and the Relic Devotion. Now, the Devotion isn't really a relic. It has a very unique feature. And the Sentinel is quite like the Rampage in that it's always amped up. So you don't even need to use shield shells, it's 24/7 amped up. Now the Devotion is a very unique feature. It does an AoE EMP blast when an enemy's shields are broken. So I think we're going to need to go and find some players and shoot them down. And doing so will essentially make a massive EMP blast, I guess. We'll figure it out. Here is our first look at the new boost kits as well. We have Threat Smoke. Taking damage automatically ejects smoke to obscure the user. Pretty straightforward, but look at this. Our first legendary boost kit. This is upgraded. Grants all legend upgrades. So I now have all 4 legend upgrades for Pathfinder. This allows me to use all of the upgrades all at once. Not just pick and choose. I have all 4. I bet there's going to be some very interesting combos for that. It will be very interesting to see. I think gameplay-wise, it makes sense. So I'm going to go back and get the Threat Smoke because that's at least something new gameplay-wise. Right, let's try this EMP Devotion. Here we go. Should be a player up ahead. Whoa. Well, there's the Threat Smoke. Ah, that worked really well. Ah, they all had digital threats. So, yeah, keep that in mind. It actually kind of screws you over. Alright, here's the next item. I was hoping we could find this one. The Relic Pulse Blade. Lethal and deadly. Detects nearby enemies with a brief sonar pulse. You always run faster with a knife. Oh, so you run faster with this as well? I was expecting the wall run there. Okay, we're going to have to try this out for sure. So you run faster with this. It does insane damage and detects nearby enemies. So let's try it out. And I think it has infinite ammo as well. Oh my goodness. This is going to be crazy. Next up is the Relic Charge Rifle. This is the old Charge Rifle. I believe the hit scan one. Oh, yes, it is. The Charge Rifle Dave Chronicles.